Welcome to the hottest movie review on the internet today, the A-List Review. I am your host, the Game Changer, Wes Troop. And this time we are going to take our mint-flavored time machine back to the year 1941, where we're going to review one of the classic Universal monster movies. And ladies and gentlemen, things could get a little bit hairy. My review of the 1941 horror film, The Wolfman, coming up now. Larry Talbot comes back to his ancestral home in Llanwelly, Wales, for the first time in 18 years to reconcile with his father after the death of Larry's brother in a hunting accident. After meeting Gwen, a local girl who runs an antique shop, Larry, Gwen, and her friend Jenny go to a gypsy camp to have their fortunes told. Through a series of antics, Larry ends up getting bitten by a wolf. While he kills the wolf with a silver cane he bought at the antique shop, Larry soon finds himself transforming into a werewolf. So what did I think of The Wolfman? I thought it's a fun and campy horror classic. It's directed by George Wagner, who's best known for directing this film, but also directed movies such as Western Tales, Wolf Call, Man-Made Monster, The Climax, and The Fighting Kentuckian. The Wolfman was released on December 9th, 1941, and as most of the Universal Monster films, was a big hit. While the first Universal Monsters movie featuring a werewolf was Werewolf of London, this film eclipsed it in almost every way. For its time, the effects are impressive with the transformation scenes. The makeup on the Wolfman looks fantastic, from famed makeup artist Jack Pierce, and Lon Chaney really disappears into the makeup. Seeing him walking through the forest on his paws looked great too. I would have liked to have seen a little more of the Wolfman, however, as we really only see him for about 2 to 3 minutes of screen time. The film has spectacular atmosphere, from the settings of the woods and the castle, and definitely its use of fog. The story has a few wonky things by today's standards, most notably Larry's attempted courtship of Gwen, as he tells her he was spying on her from a telescope and telling her what earrings she owns, which today would get him maced. Or the fact that Gwen is engaged and goes out with the stranger anyway. A rather corny element is everyone in town reciting the poem about the Wolfman, and let's not even start on the height difference between Larry and his father, and the fact that Claude Rains, who plays the father, was only 6 years older than Chaney. The story is pretty simple but effective, seeing Talbot turning into the wolf, and nobody, including his father, believing his story, and a number of people, including Larry himself, start to wonder if he's crazy as bodies begin to pile up. The film has a nice short runtime as well, being 70 minutes long. The cast stars Lon Chaney Jr. as Lawrence Talbot / the Wolfman, the engineer who returns home to reconnect with his father, but whose life changes drastically when he's bitten by a wolf. Claude Rains, who also played the Invisible Man in the Universal Monster films, as Sir John Talbot, Larry's estranged father, who's a research scientist and head of the estate. Evelyn Ankers as Gwen Conliffe, the young woman Larry takes a liking to that runs the local antique shop. Bela Lugosi, who of course portrayed Dracula, as Bella, the Romani fortune teller who's a werewolf. And Maria Uspenskaya as Maleva, Bella's mother, who's a sorceress. Chaney would go on to reprise the role in 4 sequels, starting with Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman. While sometimes showing its age, there's no doubting the original Wolfman is still the most iconic version of werewolf in cinema. Although I do kind of like American Werewolf in London better, but that's beside the point. Number-wise, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10, which gives it the A-list rating of Do It. And a high Do It at that. Alright, well that's the show. I'll be back with another review very soon. But until then, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe right here on YouTube. YouTube.com/Westside515. Like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/WestTruePlaylist. And of course, you can follow me on the X, Instagram, and Letterboxd at West A List. Until next time, Troop out.